Hello everyone, welcome to this video by DataSense. So in this video, we are going to discuss the SQL test 1 that we conducted this weekend, and that basically consisted of 15 coding questions, okay, and you were given 60 minutes. Okay, so this was the case, and in the question there were two sets basically. One was of a streaming service, okay, and another was of a fitness membership, like some gym membership. That particular case study was there. So there were 15 questions, as I mentioned, 15 coding questions. The level of this test was easy to medium only. It is highly designed for beginners only, to be honest. So yeah, so now we expect that for example, what should have been a standard score for this particular test, if I suggest, so that should have been, so as I mentioned, if you scored greater than equal to 13 in this test, you consider that your basic concepts are very much cleared and you can move forward. Okay, but if you are scoring 10 to 12, the reason could be that you would have read the questions, but you were not able to think, right? Because coding is not about just looking at the question and just starting to code. Okay, so you might be somewhere stuck here, and if you were something less than equal to 9, then really there is something to worry about. Not technically worry about, but you need to work upon your concepts, right? It means that your SQL basics are not clear, because this test was particularly very easy, to be honest, in my, and I'm not just saying based on my level, I'm just saying that as a beginner you should, like, this much is expected from you in the interviews. Okay, so this type of questions will not be straight away asked in interviews. So in interviews you'll be asked little bit advanced question only, so it is very much required to have some clarity, have a good basic level covered. Okay, so in this video we are going to discuss all the 15 questions one by one. I'll be spending some time on each of the question and try to provide you the logical approach to solve each of the question. Okay, so let's without wasting much time, let's move towards the first question. So let's first of all talk about the data set. So the data set is about a streaming data service. Okay, so Binge Bharat streaming patterns in India. So this is a, what is it saying, that as a data analyst your job is to analyze this data set containing details on user streaming habits. So let's first of all try to visualize the data set. So this data set which is present here, always when you solve any SQL question, remember to have the primary key. What is the primary key of this particular data set? Because that will help you understand how data is structured and how you can actually solve the questions. So if I see this particular data set, they have told that it is based on user. So there are username, movie, so every user is streaming something, for example, right? So if you see username, move the show that the person saw, for example, Sholay, genre, streaming date, year, month, okay, duration, minutes, and platform, okay, location, membership status, and feedback. What did the feedback, did he give, rating, and subtitle language. Okay, so which subtitle did he log in? So basically, if I just go back to the test again. Okay, so if I go back to test again, so basically it is consisting of user IDs. Okay, so user ID is something my primary key. So primary key. So before starting anything, what I will do, I'll just check. They have mentioned that it is 100 rows. I just want to check how many distinct usernames are there. This should be 100. First of all, you should check if there is any duplicate or not. Okay, so if there is any duplicate, then that is not a primary key. So let's just first check if what is select distinct user underscore name from, what is my table name? Table name is streaming data. So streaming underscore data. So we can simply do count. Okay, so it should be 100. That's what I am expecting right now. So it is showing me 100. So it means that this is my primary key. Now I am ready to solve the questions. Okay, I don't know about the variables, I don't know about anything, but we will see. As the question comes, we will keep solving them. So the question number 1 says, list all the users who streamed content for more than 120 minutes and gave a rating of 4 or more. So always remember, when you get any question in SQL, right? So you have to think that what are they asking Okay, what are they asking? What information? Okay, first you should ask this, or technically means what all variables are they asking. So this is what all variables they are asking. And the second point that you should think is, are they asking any filter? Is there any filter or condition that they have asked? Because if it is present there, you will need to filter upon that. And this is for those cases where summary is not there. For example, this is not a case of summary. In this question, they have asked for simple variable name. So if I check at the, so how to check this? You need to go to the output table. If you scroll to the bottom in the first question, you will see that their expected answer contains user name, movie, and then this is the streaming duration and the rating. Correct? So this is what they have asked. So let me write it down here. So what all information have they asked from us here? So the first information they have asked is username. Okay, and the second thing that they have asked for is just let me, yeah, so it was the variable name was, I need to just confirm, movie show title, right? So movie show title, so it will be movie show title. Okay, and the third thing that they asked for was I think it was duration. So the duration variable name is duration. Okay, so let's write it down, duration. And the fourth thing that they asked for was rating, I think, right? So these four things they asked for. And what was the filter? If you go to the filter, they asked for, so in the question, more than 120 minutes. So what is more than 120 minutes? It is the duration underscore minutes should be greater than 120 minutes. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is happening. So duration 1 and rating 4 or more. Okay, so duration greater than 120 minutes and rating greater than equal to 4. So this is what we have to write down in our code. So we'll simply go to our code. We will write down select. Okay, so let's write down all the variables that they have asked. It is user underscore name. Okay, and then they have asked for movie underscore show underscore title. Okay, and then they have asked for duration underscore minutes. Okay, and then they asked for, I think, rating. So rating variable was rating ing, comma rating from, what is my table name? So I will not be going through the basics. I'm just explaining how to write the code. I mean, rest all is expected from you. So from streaming data. Okay, and where, so where where duration minutes is greater than 120 minutes, right? So duration minutes is greater than 120 and rating is greater than equal to 4. So this should be the code, I think. So if you run this, you will get the correct one. So we have got the output which was asked from us. So this is the question number 1. Now let's move towards the question number 2. So the question number 2 says, find the number of users who streamed content in Bangalore and use the platform mobile. Okay, so what are they asking? Let's go to the question here. So what we will do, I'll just remove this thing. So like for every question, there will be some filter, there will be some condition, right? So we will evaluate what are they asking. So here they are asking number of users. So basically they are asking a number. Yes, so they are technically asking count of users, correct? So here they're asking count of users, and there are some filters. So what are the filters? Let's just check around. Streamed content in Bangalore. So location is Bangalore and their platform is mobile. So as simple as that. So location and platform, there are the two filters. This is what you need and this is what you need to filter upon. So it's very simple, straightforward question once again. So what you will do, you will simply do select count of star. Okay, and let's say name as user underscore count, and from, what is my table name? Table name is table name is streaming data, streaming underscore data, where, so location is equal to Bangalore, and what is my next thing? Platform will be equal to mobile. Okay, so we run this and we got the answer 3. So this was the second question. I think it's pretty simple. You just need to see what all they have asked and what all filter is there. So these two were pretty straightforward questions. Now coming to the third question, retrieve the top 5 longest duration movies or shows that users rated 5 stars. Okay, along with the user's name and platform used. Okay, this is top 5 longest duration movies. So what have they asked? Let's check the output data. So they asked for username, okay, movie, the duration, rating, platform, and this should be sorted by duration of the movie. So what have they asked for? Let me just create the table here. So if I have to, let's remove this. Okay, so technically what all they have asked, so they have asked me for username, correct, and then they asked for, if you check the question properly, so username, then they asked for movie name, correct. So movie name they asked for, and then they have asked for, I think, duration, rating, and platform. Okay, so duration, rating, and platform. Okay, so this is what they have asked for. And is there any filter? Yes, there was some filter, I think. So the filter, they mentioned that the rating should have been shows that users rated 5 stars. So rating is equal to 5. Okay, so rating is equal to 5. And the third question, remember, in this series you need to ask, is there any order by or not? Okay, so order by, yes, it is present. So order by is yes. And what is my order by? It is based on my duration. So it's pretty simple here. So what we will be doing, first of all, we will not use order by, we will simply write down my statement that they have asked for. So let's write down that first. So remove everything. Let's write down select, so user underscore name. Okay, and then we have to write down movie underscore show underscore title. Okay, and then we have to write down duration underscore minutes. Okay, and then we need to have rating, and then we need to have the platform. So this is all they asked from streaming underscore data. So let's first of all get these variables first. Okay, so we have got these variables. Now what was the second thing? We got these variables first. Now second, we have to filter it on rating. So we will do a simple filter where rating is equal to 5. Okay, so we got this one. Now the third thing was, they want order by, because they want top 5. If you read the question, they top 5 longest duration movies. So what you will do, you will do an order by, so duration, minutes. Okay, and you will do it by descending, and because you need top 5, so you will do so let's do top 5 later. Let's first of all sort like this. So if you see, we have got the table like this: duration 205, 190, blah blah blah. And what we need top 5, correct? So we will simply do a limit 5. So we got the correct output. So this is what it was expected from us in the question number 3. So now I will move towards the question number 4. The question number 4 says, find the average and the maximum duration of content streamed on the TV platform for premium user. So remember, I'm not sure if you attended my previous classes. I told that in SQL there are 2 types of question. Either it is aggregation question or it is simply their filtering question. So the question that we were doing, first three questions were type of filtering questions. Now the next question that this category is called aggregation or filtering question, where we need to change the structure of our particular data. So I will show you how to do this particular. We have to find the average and the maximum duration of the content. So how do we solve these particular questions? Is first of all we need to find the aggregation, what aggregation is required. Okay. Second is on what level. Level means what variable should come on group by. This all I have covered in my classes, if you remember. So, and after this, if there is any order by or limit or any particular thing, so these are the three. This is the architecture of solving any question, right? So before solving any question, you need to prepare this tree in mind, like prepare this architecture in mind. So let's first of all see what aggregation have they asked. They have asked for average and maximum duration of content. So they have asked for average and maximum. Okay. And have they asked for the same variable or different variables? Let's check. So they have asked it for the same variable, I think duration minutes, right? Duration minutes. So it will be same. So for the same variable duration minutes. Okay, this is what they have asked. And okay, so this is, yeah, and their order by limit, and sorry, this has to be fourth, and then third needs to be any filter if there is any filter. So first, now they have asked for TV platform for premium users. So we have two filters here. Okay, so if you see, we have two filters, TV, second is premium. So we have two types of filters, and once we do that, that's all I think required. Okay, so they just want to calculate. So let's check what is the expected output table. So is there any group by required or not? We will get to know. So yeah, so there's no group by required. They just want average and the maximum. So we'll simply go to our code editor here, and so what are we going to do? Select. So first of all, it is average, AVG will use. Okay, duration underscore minutes. This is what we need. And let's say this as average duration. Okay, and then what is their maximum? So max of same duration minutes we will use. Okay, as max duration. So these two we got. And what is my table name? So we need only these two. So from streaming underscore data, okay, where platform is equal to TV. Okay, and platform is TV, and membership, I think there is some variable called membership. Let me just cross check it. Membership status equal to, so what is my membership status? It is premium. So I'll just change it to this. Yeah, and membership is equal to premium. So I think this should give me the answer. Yes. So we have got the average duration and the max duration. So it was simple problem of average and maximum. Okay, so we don't need to like worry much about this. Now let's move to question number 5. So the question number 5 says retrieve all users who streamed content. So first of all, before moving, is this question an aggregation or a filtering question? This is a filtering question, because retrieve all users who streamed content in the month of February along with their feedback and rating. Okay, so they just want people who streamed in February, where month will be equal to 2, and so it's, and they just want along with feedback and rating. So I will not go to architecture. It's a simple straightforward question. So select user underscore name. Okay, and then it is movie underscore show underscore title. okay, and then feedback, and then rating. There are 4 variables, right? So 4 variables from streaming underscore data. Okay, so these are my variables, and what are my filters? Where so month is equal to 2 because they asked for February, and year is equal to 2023. So it's simple. If you run this, you will get the code. So I think it's pretty straightforward. So we're done with the first 5 questions. Now let's move to the 6th question. The question number 6 says, so let's read about it. For each location, find the total number of users who streamed content and average rating of the content. So what is this? This is an aggregation question. Okay, so I will just first of all clear this page. So this is an aggregation question. So remember what all we need to do in aggregation questions. First of all, what aggregation is required, you need to know this. Okay, second is there any filter? Third variable is there, what is the group by? And fourth is there any order by or limit, those kind of things. So this is the architecture of any SQL question in aggregation. Okay, so we will be solving it through this particular. So let's first of all see, for each location find the total number of users, right? So what they want for each location. So if you see, my group by will be across location. So if I go here, my group by variable is location here. Okay, and what aggregation have they asked for? Let's check. So the aggregation they have asked for is find the total number of users who streamed content and the average rating of the content was. So we want total so first is total count, okay, of users who watched it, and second is what? Second was my average rating, correct? Average rating. So pretty simple. There is no filter, there is no order by limit here. So we will straightforward go to the coding coder pad, and we will do select. Okay, so how you do, you first of all write the categorical variable, that is location. Okay, after that you write down count star. You need to do count star, which are total users, as let's say total underscore users, comma, average rating as average of rating as avg, let's say rating. Now from what is my table? Streaming underscore data. And what is this? This is group by. So this has to be group by because this is a categorical this is a aggregation question. So group by will be across location. So you can write down 1 or you can simply write down location. Okay, so you run this and you'll get the correct code. So this was the question number 6. Now let's move to question number 7. The question number 7 says that okay, find the total number of unique users who streamed content in the first quarter. Okay, in the first quarter, I got it. And also calculate the average streaming duration for these users. So let's check the output. So 23. Okay, they just want they don't want any aggregate, any group by, they just want some they want some aggregation type of question. This is right. So let's delete all this first of all, and let's try to create scenario for this particular case. So I will be removing all this, and let's do one thing. So the question that they are asking is total number of unique users, okay, who streamed content in first quarter. Okay, this much I got it. And also calculate the average streaming duration. So what is the aggregation required? The aggregation is first of all count of distinct users, right? Count of distinct users, because all users are distinct only as we checked at the start of the question. So even if you don't use distinct, it's fine here in this particular question. And average of duration. So this is what they have asked. Okay. And this is, so is there any filter? Yes, the filter says that it is 2023 and first quarter. So month equal to 1, 2, 3. So this is what they have asked in this particular question. So first quarter January. So we can simply do, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward filtering question. If you just go here, so what we'll do select, so count of distinct users, user underscore name, right? So that is the variable. Count of distinct user name, let's say as total underscore users. Okay, now after this we need average of what? Duration underscore minutes. Okay, this as, let's say this is my average duration. Okay, now from streaming underscore data. Now what have they asked in the question? What is the filter? If you see, the year 2023 and month is equal to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so year, where year is equal to 2023. Okay, and month in, you can say 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can simply do this and you will get it, because year is 2023 and month in this, because year and month are separated. So you can calculate it using this particular method. So I hope this particular thing is clear to you. So the question number 7 is clear. Now I will move to the question number 8. And before moving to 8, I will just give some concept regarding how to use dates in SQL. So a lot of you have been asking regarding the concept of date in SQL. So I have brought this particular scenario. There are total 6 major things that are asked regarding dates in any particular question, right? And I will be talking up regarding MySQL only. See, I have covered this thing entirely in my earlier courses, but I mean, it's fine. So I will just give you a short summary that how to use. So in SQL, there will be total 6 type of dates. Okay, 6 type of questions that you will get on date. And let's say there is a variable date in my data set. Okay, so there can be either day of week, day name, day, month, year, date difference. So we will try to understand each of the concept. So let's first of all understand day of week. So what does day of week do? That you simply write day of week, okay, and you pass the date variable here. So let's say date. So what it will give in return, it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 7. 1 means Sunday, okay, 2 means Monday, and 7 means Saturday. So that's how things will go around here. So let's simply do this thing in our data set. So we have this data set, right? Now if you see, we have this date variable stream date. So we'll simply do select day of week and stream underscore date, okay, from, so what is my data set name? Streaming data. Okay, so streaming underscore data. Now if you just do this, you will get a number like this. So you will have 1, 6. So what does 1 means? Sunday, and 6 means like, of course 6 means Friday. Okay, and that's how things will go. So I hope it is clear. When you asked what is the day of week, you will simply use this variable. Now if they ask day of name, so let's say I don't want exact number, I simply want the day name. So we'll simply use day name and rest concept will remain same. Okay, now this will straight away give you the day name. So for example, let's say if you see 1 is here, 1 means Sunday and 6 means Friday. So we'll simply use day name. So you see Sunday, Friday, Sunday. So that's how the number is converted. This is, and please make sure this is regarding SQL only, MySQL only. Okay, now let's say you want to extract day from a date, so you will simply do day. Okay, so what it will give you? 15. Now if we check here, 2023, 1 means month, 15, so it will extract you the date here, so 15 comes here. So that's how you will get the day. So you'll simply use day and you will pass the date, so this will give you the day. Similarly, if you use month keyword and if you use the date, it will give you the month, and similarly for year. So I'll show you both all together date. So let's go here. So instead of day, let's do month. So it gave you month, whatever month, so 01, 03, whatever month was there. And if you simply want to extract year from a date, you can use this particular thing, so it will give you year. So these were the five major things. Now the last concept is date difference. It gives you the difference between two dates in terms of date. So how do you use? It's a keyword date diff. Okay, and then you provide date 1, date 2. Okay, and it will give you the difference in days. So it will give you the difference in days, as simple as that. So for example, I'll simply show you here. So you use select date diff, let's say date diff. So let's enter the first date. So let's it is 2024. Okay, 2024 01, and let's say this is 15. Okay, this is my date 1, and the date 2 is 2024 01 17. So one is 15th of January, other is 17th of January. Select this from, let's say, streaming underscore data. Okay, so what are you doing here? You are simply, for each row you're calculating. Now remember, this is your first date, this is your second date, so it is D1 minus D2, so that's why you are seeing it as -2. So if you simply do 20, let's say you increase this, now you will see 3. So it is always this minus second one. So the result that you get eventually, it is D1 minus D2. So make sure that if you want in positive or negative. So that's why a lot of time what people do, they simply use absolute in front of this. So because of this, doesn't matter whichever date you provide, it will simply come out to be. For example, let's say I use 10 here. So even though the difference is negative, it will make it positive. If you because you just want to see the difference between the two dates. So that's how this concept is run. You can use. Okay, so I hope the concept of these 6 dates is clear. I think this is what you guys were asking, and basically this concept is more than enough to solve these particular questions. Okay, so now we will move towards the question number 8. So let me just go here. So the question number 8 says that retrieve the top 5 users, okay, who streamed the most content in terms of total duration during weekends, Saturday and Sundays. Okay, let's try to build architecture for this particular question. So I will just first of all remove this. Okay, now what is asked to us, the question that is asked, top 5 users who streamed. So I need username, right? So username and their watch hours. Okay, so I need 2 variables. One is I need the username, and their I need their duration minutes. So sum of duration minutes. So let me just, so user name. Okay, and the question, let me just check it. Most content. So okay, a user might get so here user is not getting repeated, so it's fine. We can simply use it without aggregation. So top 5 users who streamed content. So we want stream duration minutes. Okay, I'm really sorry, I don't know why this is happening. So duration minutes. So we want username and we want duration, okay, minutes. We want these 2 variables from the data. Okay, and during the weekends. So we only want weekends in 2023. So what is the filter? Weekend. So weekend is what? Saturday and Sunday. It means what will be day of week? Day of week will be either 1 or it will be 7. Okay, and year is equal to 2023. That's what you need to do, because it is either weekend. So weekend means either Saturday or Sunday. And remember, day of week when you do, so Sunday means 1 and Saturday means 7. Okay, so it should be either 7 or 1. So we will try to write down this particular code. So, and then we need top 5 users. So we need to order by, and we need to limit it for 5. Okay, so that's what limit needs to be 5. That is what I'm going to do. So let's go here. Let's write down some code. So select user underscore name. Okay, and duration underscore minutes. Duration underscore minutes. I'm just checking if I'm using the right variable name. Duration underscore minutes. Okay, so this is my filter from streaming underscore data. Okay, now let's check the filter. Where, if you remember, what should be, we want the day of week. The day of week should be either 1 or 7, correct? So that's what we are going to filter here. Day of week, streaming date. So what is the variable? Streaming underscore date. Okay, this has to be in, it should be either 1 or it should be 7, correct? So it is either, and what is the second condition? And year is equal to 2023. So this much we got, right? So let's run this much data first. So okay, let me check. Select username, select username, comma, duration underscore minutes, duration from streaming data. Okay, where day of week of streaming date, stream date, it should be stream date, not streaming date. Okay, in 1/7. So we got some data here. Okay, now what we want top 5, something like that we saw in the question. I'm really sorry. Okay, I'll have to write down the whole code again. It's fine. So question number 8. So select user underscore name, streaming. So what is my variable name? So it was streaming duration. So duration underscore minutes. Okay, from streaming underscore data, where day of week of streaming date, right? Of day of week is streaming underscore date in 1/7. Okay, and year is equal to 2023, and this has to be sorted by order by duration minutes descending, correct? And we have to put a limit of 5. So streaming date, it's a stream date, right? So now we got the correct result. So this was the question number 8. I'm sorry, I mean, there is some issue. I mean, I clicked somewhere and it took me somewhere. So, but I hope the concept is clear to you guys. The date concept, right? That the main thing is that categorizing the day of week should be 1 to 7. So if you can figure that much out, it is good. Okay, now let's move to question number 9. Question number 9 says, I'll be moving a little fast now. It says the total number of unique users who streamed content on weekdays and weekends separately in July 2023. Okay, and the average duration content streamed in each case. Okay, so what do we want? That who streamed content on weekdays and weekend. So we want to separate weekends and weekdays in July 2023. Okay, so let's first of all and calculate the average duration. So we'll come here. It's a good question, to be honest. So let me just clear the screen. So first of all, what have they asked? Average duration of content streamed in each case, right? So they want some average of duration. So this is what they are asking. Average of duration. And in which case they are asking? They want either weekday / weekend. So that is what they are asking, correct? And what is the filter? Filter is, I think, July 2023. So filter is July 2023. So this is the question. Now let me just scroll down to the bottom to just confirm. Yeah, so weekday and weekend. So our first scenario is that we need to create this additional filter weekend or weekday because we don't have any filter. And how will we do that? We will use the case select, the case when statements. So how to do that? Select. Okay, so you do case. Now what is the case? That if my day of week, okay, if it is between 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it is a weekday, and if it is 1 or 7, then it is a weekend, correct? So if case, now if case select when day of week, okay, stream underscore date. So let's say between 2 and 6. So when it is between 2 and 6, what? So then it is weekday, correct? Weekday. And when day of week stream date in 1 and 7, okay, then it is a weekend. Simple. So it was simple case when statement, and we have to always end our case statement. So end as, so day, let's say type. Okay, so this is our variable, so day type that we created. Okay, now what we want aggregation. So what are the two aggregation that they have asked for us? Is average duration, okay, and total number of unique users. So first of all, count of we will do distinct users, right? So distinct user underscore name, count of distinct user underscore name, okay, as total underscore users. So this is the third variable. And what is the fourth variable? It will be average of duration underscore minutes as, so as average underscore duration. So let's do this now from streaming underscore data. So we have created these two variables, right? And what was our filter? So where in the filter we are going to put, so month had to be 7, right? So what was the first? So month of stream date needs to be 7, and year is equal to 2023, correct? And overall we need to group by, because this is a case when this is a categorical, I mean aggregation question, so it should be day type, right? So we have to group by day type. Simple. And we got the correct result. So I think it was it's a good question, straightforward, but I mean you need to create this case when statement and knowing how to play with the month of the, like which day is it of the year. So extracting day from the date, that is something which is important. The day of week from the date, that is something important you need to learn in this particular question. So now I will move toward question number 10, the last question of this particular set. So retrieve the total number of users who streamed content in each quarter of 2023, okay, and the total duration they streamed. Only display the quarters where the, okay, so it's a similar type of question, right? So they want users who streamed content in each quarter of 2023, okay, who streamed content, and duration they streamed, only display the quarters. So simple. I think it's a simple case when statement. So without going into the architecture, we can code it down. So when simple month of stream underscore date, okay, between 1 and 3, then you will say Q1. So now, so you have to write down case, select case. Now I will copy this 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So first is between 1 and 3. So second will be between 4 and 6. Okay. And 4 and 6. Third will be between 7 and 9. And last will be between 10 and 12. So 10 and 12. So this is Q2. This is Q3. This is Q4. That's how you will create. So now we always have to end. So end as quarter. So this is my first variable. And what do I need to do? Count total number of users content. Okay. So count of distinct username, okay, as you can say total users, right? So this is what it is there. And so we got this particular variable, and what we need, total number of and the total duration they streamed. So we will need sum of duration that they streamed. So duration underscore minutes. Okay. So as you will say total underscore duration. So this is what we got so far. We have this categorical variable. We have these 2 aggregation variable. Okay. Now what do you want? That year should be 2023. So where year is equal to 2023. This is my first filter. Is there any other filter? Only display the quarters where the total streaming duration exceeds 500. So in each, I have to first of all group by quarter. Okay. Now see, now this is the interesting case that we only want where total duration is greater than 500. Now we have created this total duration in this particular scenario only. So we cannot pass it in where, right? Remember, whenever in aggregation question, if we are creating a variable, so we have to use having. We cannot use where in that particular question. So we'll use having total duration greater than 500. Okay. Now this is important. If you put where, you will get an error. So whenever you are creating a new variable in the question, you have to use it as having. So where here equal to group by quarter, having total of duration. So okay, I didn't write from streaming underscore data. Okay. Now I got the correct result. So this was the set 1. Now we will move to set 2. So set 2 was regarding some fitness. You're working with the management of a local fitness center that wants to track its members. So what is the primary key? Let's check out the primary key. So we have member ID. So we have how many rows are there? Let me cross check. It is approximately 200 people are there. Okay. And we have member ID, we have varchar age. Okay. The database consists of a single table called members, which contains all necessary info. Your task is to write SQL query. Okay. Simple. Write a SQL. So let's just check what is the primary key. So select distinct name from this table. So select count of distinct name from, what is my dataset name? Fitness underscore center underscore members. Okay. So 200. So we have total. What is the primary key of my dataset? Primary key is name. Or if I do member ID, let's see if member ID will also be the primary key, I think, member underscore ID. So it should also come out to be 200. So we will play with this. Okay, this is an account level information. Now let's see the question number. So what is the question number? Write a query to retrieve the named subscription type and the subscription fee of all members who have either a monthly or a quarterly subscription. Sort the result by subscription. So it's a simple this type of scenario. Okay, so I will straight away write down the query. I think it's a pretty straightforward question. So let's simply check what are they asking in output. They are asking okay, now I understand. It is very difficult to see the out. Yeah, so they want name, they want type, and they want okay, subscription, whether it is a monthly or quarterly, and then they want subscription fees. Okay, so they want 3 variables. So what we will do, select. So what is my first variable name? It has to be the name of the person. So name. So we'll do select name, and then it is subscription type, right? Subscription. Let's see the variable name. So the variable name is okay, subscription type, comma, and then there has to be a fees, right? Subscription underscore fee, subscription underscore fee from, what is the table name? Table name is fitness center member, fitness underscore center underscore members. Okay, so this is something. Now we'll see what are filter are there. Okay, the first filter that they told was monthly or quarterly. So where do we have a variable of for this subscription type? Subscription underscore type. This has to be in, okay, this has to be either monthly or it has to be quarterly. So this is the first thing. Okay, now is there any other filter? Let me just cross check it. So okay, sort the result by subscription fee. So we will do order by subscription fee and descending, right? So I think that's all they have asked. Yeah, so question number 1 is done. It's question number 11 is done. It's pretty straightforward. So let's discuss the question number 12 now. Question number 12 says, write a query to retrieve the name, visits, and join date of the top 3 members. So what do we mean by top 3 members? Who have the highest number of visits, okay, and who joined within the last year. So what are they asking? Let's go to this particular scenario and let's write down the things once again. So in the question they have asked for name, visits, and join date. Okay, so name, visit, and join date. So they have asked for these 3 things. Okay, so this is not an aggregation question, right? This is a filtering question. Who have joined with the highest number of visits and joined within last year. Okay, so they joined in last 1 year. Okay, and is there any order by present in this particular question? So sort by visits in descending order and top 3 members by visits. Okay, so we have to sort it by visits, descending, and we have to put a limit of 3. Correct? This is what they have given us. Now how do we start coding this particular question? So we will first of all code the first part, then do the second part, that how are you going to get the people who joined in last 1 year. Okay, and then the parts are easy. So let's do simply one thing. Write down select. Okay, so we need name, we need visits, and then we need join date, join underscore date from fitness center underscore members. Okay, so now if I run this particular thing right now, I will not get the true result. Now comes the filtering part. Now remember, if I want people who joined in last 1 year, so what does it mean? It means that the date difference between today, that is current day, and the join date, okay, it has to be 365 days, right? The difference has to be less than equal to 365 days. That's what means people joined in last 1 year. And how to achieve that? If you remember, we have this date difference D1 minus D2. So we will simply use this filter here, where absolute of date diff. Okay, so how to get the current date? So there is a variable current underscore date. So, and second is join date, join underscore date. This has to be less than equal to 365. Okay, so we got the filter. Now is there any order by? Yes, so there was order by visits descending, and it was limit 3. So this was given in the question. So now let's run this particular part. We still haven't got. So 3 members who have highest number of visits who joined within the last year. Okay, so absolute difference is this. Okay, this is order by, not order, I'm sorry. So okay, but still it is not matching. So if we see, now let's do one thing. Let's go down here. Just I want to confirm one thing, because there is a tie here, 95-95. So this is getting sorted because of this. So I'm just wondering if join date, if we need to include join date in order by or not. So let me check the output here. So if you see the yes, so this is the reason. See here in output, because visits are tied. Now the next thing comes on join date. Here join date is sorted by descending order, but the result that we are getting is it is in ascending order. So what we need to do, we just need to add one thing here, join date descending. Okay, so if you do this, I think it will give you the correct answer. So this is basically identifying that you need to match the output. Always remember that whatever thing you're getting, you need to match the output, and once you're able to match that, that will do it. So first thing was how to get the people who joined in last 1 year. It was getting the date difference between current date and join date less than equal to 365. We are using absolute so that order does not matter. Okay, and then we limited it by 3. So I hope this particular explanation is clear to you guys. Now let's move to question number 13, 14 and 15. So the question number 13, what does it say? Write a query to calculate the total revenue generated from yearly subscription fees. Okay, so this has to be a aggregation question. So total revenue. So what is the aggregation variable? Total revenue they are asking. Okay, total revenue, and from yearly subscription fees only include the members who made it at least 10. So what is the filter here? Filter is greater than equal to 10 visits, right, in this particular question, and subscription type needs to be yearly. Subscription type is equal to yearly. I think that's what they are asking. So just simply let's write down the code here. Select. So sum of so how to calculate subscription fee? Subscription underscore fee. So if you see there's a variable subscription fee here. So we'll take it subscription fee as total underscore revenue from fitness underscore center underscore members. Okay, where now comes the part that their visits need to be greater than equal to 10, Okay, and subscription type needs to be yearly. So where subscription underscore type equal to yearly. Yeah, I'm just checking. Quarterly, yearly, yes. And visits need to be greater than equal to 10. Okay, so this will give you the correct result. Now let's move to question number 14th. Question number 14th says, write a query to retrieve the name, referral and visits of the members who were referred by someone, okay, and have visited the fitness. So this comes in this category. Okay, this is not an aggregation question. So now we will try to first of all create the architecture. So what have they asked from us is name, referral and visits. Okay, so we'll write down name, referral and visits. These are the three things that they asked. Okay, and who are referred by someone and have visited center more than 15. So first filter is visited more than 15 times, and second is they were referred by someone. Okay, they have to be referred by someone. Okay, this is my second filter. Sort the results by visits in descending order. So we have to sort by visits in descending order. Pretty clear? So how do we get? So first simply write down the simple code. So select name, comma referral, comma visits from fitness center members. Okay, yeah, this has to be case sensitive. Yeah, so now the thing is that they have to be referred by someone. So in this particular, there is a variable, if you see, referral. Now how do we know that these customers were referred by someone? It means that if that column is not blank, it means they were referred by someone. Okay, so we need to write down where referral is not, so there's a keyword not null. Okay, and visits have to be greater than 15. So this is all we need to know in this particular question, that referral, who are referred by someone and have visited the center more than 15 times, and sort by the number of visits. Okay, so I have to include the keyword where and order by visits. Okay, so now if I run the code, descending, sorry, yeah, so now I will get the correct code. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move to the last question. The last question, 15th, says that find the average and the maximum number of visits made by fitness center members. So it is an aggregation question, right? So average and the maximum number. So it is simply select. So let me just first of all clear this board. So it is saying average and a maximum number of visits. So average visits and maximum visits. These are the two things that they have asked for, right? Average and the maximum number of visits by age 40 or above. So age should be 40. So age is greater than equal to 40. So it's pretty simple. I think this was just a cakewalk. Select average of average and maximum number of visits made by the center of the members. Okay, so we'll do average of visits and we will do the visits as average visits. Okay, and max of visits as max underscore visits from fitness center members where age is greater than equal to 40. Okay, so is there any, let me just cross check the age. Yes, so we have got this correct. And now with this we complete the 15th question as well, and we complete all the set of 15 questions. So in my opinion, out of these 15 questions, right, if I have to just cross check, out of these 15 questions you should be able to solve at least 10, because see, the question number 13, 14, 15 was straight away cakewalk, right? I mean, it would have hardly take you like 3 to 4 minutes to code all these three combined. Okay, and then in the first set as well, like 1 to 6 were pretty easy, 8, 9, 10 were, they were also easy. It's just that you need to know the concept of dates. That's why I was saying that, I mean, you should be able to solve at least 10. If you're able to solve greater than equal to 13, it's pretty good. That does not mean you know everything, but that just means that your basics are good. Okay, so if you were not able to solve 10 questions correctly, please revisit the concepts and let me know, like, if we can help you in any ways. And just remember, the basic thing is that knowing the concept of these dates, second, creating the architecture. So as we discussed, the SQL questions can be of filter type either, or they can be of aggregation type. Okay, so first of all you need to decide which particular type this question is, and in each particular category you need to see what are variables you need to populate, just like I did here. And once you're able to create that architecture or framework in mind, it is pretty easy to code. So I always do this, right? I mean, like throughout, when even I started coding SQL, I always create this architecture in mind. It takes some time to understand things properly, but once you get going, right, it's pretty easy. Like even while looking the questions, you will be straight away you'll straight away understand, okay, I need to do this, right? Eventually in SQL, what is there? There is select, there is filter, okay, that is where there is group by, and there is order by. All SQL question, 89 to 90% of the SQL questions lie around this only. Of course, there's the concept of join is there, but eventually you are doing one of these operations only. So you need to first of all cluster them, that this question is of this type, and I will be able to do that. Once you do this, after this joins and all that will become easy, window functions will come, but everything boils down to this particular only. So I hope my explanation was clear. If still, you can just comment on the video and be ready for the next test, which is coming on this weekend. We will have a similar test on easy to medium level, and just try to solve under time, and we will be generating ranks as well. So just revise the concepts, give these tests regularly for 2 months, and you will see a good improvement in yourself. I'm not saying that you will become SQL pros in 2 months, right? Because there are a lot of things. I don't know how much you're practicing, but even if you're giving these SQL tests regularly, it will help you a lot. So thanks again for watching this explanation video, and we are coming up with a lot of content, and please visit our website. This is just our like practice website. Our main website will roll out later this year, and practice all the possible SQL questions which are present. If you just go here, there are 128 SQL questions right now. 80 more will be updated by end of this month, and solutions will also be present there. Okay, so thanks again and have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.